What's up, guys? We got about 30 minutes till we start Mortal Kombat stream. So, yeah, we'll just see how this goes tonight. And if you guys like it, we'll do some more in the future. I plan to do the Nintendo Directs coming soon. I don't know when they are, but they're usually September. But, with the Switch 2 coming out soon, we don't really know when that's going to be. Um, June and March are the other two. Obviously, we just had those recently, and they're pretty good. But we'll get to them eventually. So, why don't we have some music here? I've got Mario Kart 8, so that'll be good. So, I want to make it clear now that turn this down a bit. I want to make it clear now that I don't know what this San Diego Comic-Con thing is going to hold for Mortal Kombat. It could be anything from a trailer like we got the last year's with, first combat pack, or it could be something more like your game modes, the story mode, characters, stuff like that. We really don't know. So, whatever comes up, we'll see. I did want to say that the one leak I will tell you now is that there was a possibility that they were going to show what's called an animality. Now, that hasn't been seen since Mortal Kombat 2 back on the SNES and Genesis. So, what those are basically, and UMK3 as well. But what those are is when at the end of a match you have a fatality where each character has a specific way they kill the other player. But an animality means they turn into an animal and then they kill them. So supposedly they're going to show one of those off tonight. It's supposed to be Lolita turning into I heard it was like a pupfish or like a praying mantis or whatever. So I don't know. So that's the only real hesitation I might have for younger people watching, but because obviously I can't censor any of the stuff on the fly, but if I re-upload the full stream later on, then I can do that a little bit better. But yeah, so I hope it goes well. I don't know when. So it's supposed to start at 5 and then end at 6, and I'm supposed to go watch Deadpool Wolverine at 6:30, so I'll have to leave pretty quickly. But so you're not supposed to be able to watch it. They're supposed to release the trailer for you of whatever it is at the end of it. So that would be about 6:05, whatever. So. But obviously there are, like any Comic-Con convention or whatever, you've got people there filming it on their phones, and supposedly IGN's going to be giving updates. That's the International Gaming Network. That's a guess. I don't know if that's their name, but they're the guys who do all those reviews where everyone's like, where did you come up with this information? So they're always like, you never know what they're doing, but they're good for information that's coming out, new stuff coming out, So, supposedly they're streaming it, so we'll see. But, so at best we'll watch them reveal things as they come out, stuff on somebody's phone or through a live stream or whatever. But, worst case scenario, at 6 o'clock they will show us the full trailer of whatever it is that they announce. So, we'll see. But every now and then I may look down at my phone. But, that will be just to make sure you all can hear me and, stuff like that. But, yeah, so hopefully it goes well. I mean, stuff is working so far, I guess, but Y'all tell me in the chat if you can hear me, because I've chat enabled and stuff. But we'll see. Also, tell me if the music is too loud or anything like that. But as we get going here, more people are gonna start to show up, which would be nice, and then yeah, we'll get this thing going. But can you hear me all good? How's this sound? Right. So I think I fixed some audio issues now, so I think we should be all good. Um, so I'm not going to touch on leaks very much when we get closer uh, to the actual thing. I'll give my disclaimer once again, but um, you know, we're doing good so far. But you know, obviously, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, so the in-universe characters that we could see, Nightwolf, Noob Saibot, or Sector and Cyrax, and who else? Like Fujin, maybe. Although I doubt it, because he was DLC in the last one, so I don't know. Um, who else could we get? Um, Tor could come back, because we already have Farah as a cameo, so that would be cool to have them both in the game, but in a kind of different way. So, let's see. Male Chameleon would be good to see again, have, because I think him and Noob Saibot, and Trimmer are the only male ninjas that are not in the game on the main roster. No, Trimmer is a cameo right now, so that's nice, but um, uh, I'd like him on the main roster. Uh, Shang Tsung, the main villain who kind of could transform to people, was the boss for this season of Invasions. I know that's a lot of stuff I just said may not make sense to a lot of people, but basically, he can shapeshift into new characters that are um, all the ninjas that are in the game. So, he had Scorpion's Ice Ball and, no, Scorpion's Spear, Sub Zero's Ice Ball, and so on. But the interesting was he had Trimmer's, like, ground rock ball thing, and Noob Saibot's, like, ghost ball thing. So, they showed off some cool costumes for those who, could be in the game later or maybe not. I don't know. So, we'll just have to see. But I know for most of you, the the main attraction really would be the guest characters, you know, because that's everyone's favorite part, right? So, or at least anyone who is a casual player like I am, you know. But so far it's pretty good, I think. I mean, we got Peacemaker, who was fun. I mean, John Cena voiced him, so obviously the voice acting was pretty well done. We've got Omni Man and then Homelander, so that's a fun matchup. Mortal Kombat loves those, you know. Um, I think I don't know which one I prefer. I think I really like the laser eyes from Homelander. That's a really good zoning tool, but I do think they are a good foil for each other because, um, in gameplay wise, because Omni Man has the Viltrumite stance where he uh, starts to hover and he dodges projectiles like automatically. So he's zooming all over the stage, just avoiding stuff, so he can avoid the lasers coming from him, but from Homelander. But you know, Homelander also has a similar stance with the diabolical dash, so he's he kind of zooms all over the stage, and he can fly and shoot downwards towards Omni Man. So that helps as well. So they're really a good matchup for each other. So I think they're really fun. I think Omni Man is probably the better character. I mean, Homelander was broken recently, but like was extremely good. But since then, they've kind of fixed him, and so far he's doing good. But so that's good. Um, what else? Yeah, so there are leaks of potentially who's going to come to the game next as guest characters, but I really don't want to touch on them too much just because I know they're. One, because I don't want to spoil anybody, you know, if you have no idea what's coming, that's more fun for everyone, but also because um, anything can change. Because for those who don't know, Ash Williams from the Evil Dead franchise, you know, with the was I think it was Bruce Campbell, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I thought that's who it was. He's got the chainsaw hands, so Sam Raimi directs most of those. The guy who made the first three Spider-Man movies, so but he was supposed to be in 11, and up until like he was even teased at the end of one of the upcoming trailers for 11, and it was like you could hear the chainsaw sound effect in the background, and no other character in the game has a chainsaw. And Leatherface, the only other person you would think of at the time, because this is 2019, well, I think it's like 2020, 2021, something like that. But the only other character in media that's potentially would ever be in Mortal Kombat that isn't him is like the Chainsaw Man, which is a very recent manga or Japanese anime that has come out recently. Now, I want him in the game, but obviously he wasn't prevalent enough at the time for him to be a possible candidate for that. So, but eventually he was scrapped for whatever reason. So we may never know. I love it if they just release a what is it, like a 10 megabyte patch and just sell them for $5 if they can get the rights worked out, because I think he would have done very well in the game. And like he was replaced by Joker at like the last minute, and like you can tell because aside from like random dialogue bits, well, Joker was never planned for the game from the start. He was kind of rushed out there because they had to scramble so quickly because they couldn't get Ash in the game. So, and you can tell that because he has like zero costumes from anything else. Like he has a few random uh, like interactions where he mentions other things like Mortal Kombat versus DC, um, Injustice, the Injustice games. He's got like one outro where he kind of does this on like a detonator, and it takes a second to blow up, like in Dark Knight, the Heath Ledger one. But um, other than that, there's no one famous voicing him like Mark Hamill does in Multiverses. And he doesn't have any iconic costumes from it, like the animated one, Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix's just came out or was coming out soon. Uh, Jack Nicholson, none of those Joker costumes were in there, and yet Terminator got like Dark Fate and then an old version. Like some of those have different versions. Now, they can definitely be better, but I don't think they're as well fleshed out costume wise as they could have been. And he was definitely a product of that, because I think they definitely would have added more given time if they had it. But so obviously, you could say someone like Michael Myers could be in the code and stuff right now, and he was scrapped at the last minute because something with, I don't know who owns the guy. I'm just gonna say like it's Blumhouse is supposed to make some stuff with them, but he could be in the game right now, and then someone pulls the plug on it, and he's got to be out, so they replace him with Harley Quinn or whatever. Anything like that can happen. So I think if there are leaks of Mortal Kombat characters in the game, I think those are much more concrete, just because those are things that they have complete control over, and I don't think anything is going to stop them from doing that. So those are much more set in stone than any others. So so we got about 10, 12 minutes here, and then I'll start looking to see if I can find it. But let me know in the chat. Who do you want to see? I personally, if I had to pick anyone, like I'll give you like a wild one, right? And then I'll give you a, this probably won't happen, but it's likely it could happen. So I'll start with this one, right? I would put in the Doomslayer from the Doom franchise, because he is really cool. Like I haven't played any of the Doom games because I am horrible at first-person shooters, but like I've just looked at his design and a bit of gameplay. I'm like, this guy was made for this game. Like, he's got giant laser axe things. He's got shoulder cannons like Predator had in X, in Mortal Kombat X. He's got like a chainsaw on this side, and like so many different weapons. The BFG is one of the fatalities, if you know what. I'm not going to spell it out for you, but that's what they call it. Have a few of those like blobby demon things flying across the screen and stuff. That'd be cool. Just a lot of different things you could do with him. Some people have said they don't want him because typically NetherRealm hasn't balanced zoners well. Zoners are characters who have like a lot of guns and a lot of long range weapons. So, who is it? RoboCop in Mortal Kombat 11. Nobody liked him because he had a pistol, a rifle, a flamethrower, a bomb, and just so many different things where he barely threw a punch in the entire game. So he was like, I'd like him to play, but for the most part, he was not fun to play and to play as or play against. So, but most infamously, in NetherRealm history, you've got Deadshot from Injustice 2, because he had a rifle that shot multiple times, and he would get down on the ground on his knees with it, and any projectile would go straight over his head, so you'd never touch him. And he was absolutely busted because he had a straight one, a low one, because he had guns on his wrists too. A straight one, a low one, and then a trick shot, which went down on the ground and then shot straight up. So he had like an anti-air one as well. So it was crazy. So historically, they haven't balanced them very well. So that's why people are like, I don't know if you should put him in, but I think he's got enough weapons to where I think he'll be fine. And Peacemaker recently is a zoner because he's got the Eagle, he's got the Sonic Boom, he's got the Torpedo, and he's got his pistol. So, a lot of long range weapons, right? And for a little bit, he was broken. Like, he was winning tournaments. He was like the number one, maybe number two behind Johnny Cage, number 2 character in the game. And he was winning tournaments and all this stuff. And they took him down a lot. Like, it was so big that even I noticed it. Like, I don't play that competitively, right? So, most of the time I don't notice all like, oh, this takes 5 more frames to start up or something, But no, you could see it. Like, the Torpedo, which was basically instant, takes like 2 seconds to come out now. And it's high, meaning that someone can duck over it and just you completely miss it. Like, or the triple shot pistol or meter burn pistol where they kind of go like this for a second and then you hit them with it, the Torpedo, just goes right over their heads now if you don't do it immediately. So it's craziness. But no, I think they could do a good job with him. But if I could pick anyone for a guest character, no matter how crazy it is, right? The never happened thing, right? It would definitely be Vilgax from Ben 10. Because he is brutal in those early shows. Like, obviously, it was a PG kids show, so they couldn't show any blood and stuff, which is good. But like, Ben 10 takes a beating in those episodes. Like the end of season 1, he on Mount Rushmore. That fight is insane. Like or in the city, he destroys a whole city by just that. Like, he throws Heat Blast, or no. Yeah, it was Heat Blast. He threw him through like... No, it was Stink Fly. He throws him through like 5 buildings. It's crazy. So, I think he's basically to the Ben 10 universe what Darkseid and Thanos are for theirs. And Steve Blum, I think they could definitely get him, that's his voice actor, to play him again. Because I learned this recently. He played Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat X. That one right there. So, which I need to watch those cutscenes because I'm curious how he did. Which I'm sure he did good, but I still want to watch it. But, yeah, I think it'd be really good to put in there. Because in more recent ones, he's gotten some really cool additional powers, which I don't know if they'd go with the reboot one, but he can turn his arms into like tendrils, grab them like Doc Ock, leading into more octopus territory, like Ben calls him a squid a lot or something like that. But and he's also got laser eyes, which he had later seasons, or later shows, because you got like the 4 shows and then the reboot. But he had that later on, so I think he could definitely be good. I think if they put him in the game, he's got to be as tall as General Shao or Shao Kahn, whatever you prefer to call him in that game, in 1. But something like that would be really awesome. I think he would definitely be. I think he would be a grappler, because he can reach a long ways and slam them around and stuff. So I think he could be really cool. Have a fatality where his ship that looks like a gun, and yet they never pointed that out, uh, shoots like a laser down and just disintegrates them or something crazy like that. That'd be cool. Um, I think there's a lot of things you can do with them, like a lot of things. But yeah. Now, will it ever happen? No, because he's always been in a PG setting, and even then he is his most famous villain, which helps. And a lot of people, because that original show came out in the early 2000s. Like, this is a rough guess, but it's like 2002 to 2006 or so. So, that's a guess. But, you know, I'm almost 18. I was born 2006. So, uh, you know, anyone my age or older grew up with the show would know who that is and would definitely buy this because obviously, you know, anyone under 16, 17 shouldn't be playing it. Excuse me. So, if they grew up with him, they would know him and they would definitely buy him. So I think that would be. I think they would go with the old version just because I think the reboot version looks really cool, but the like what 8 to 13, 14-year-olds watching those shouldn't be playing the game. Um, so they probably don't know the older version, and the new people or the older people who are playing this game um, don't really know the reboot look too well. At least I would say, but obviously they can still tell who it is. But they would probably prefer the old look, like I do. But so got about 2 minutes until the panel's supposed to start. So I'm gonna go ahead and look on here if I can find anything. But I'm watching someone else's stream on my phone just to see if I can figure out how they're finding this or if they're just waiting like I am. So, and if that's so, that's fine. Then we'll wait till 6 o'clock or so, and they'll show us what it actually is, and they'll release the trailer. But let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. What else could we talk about, huh? I suppose we could talk about some like scrapped characters for Mortal Kombat games because that'd be pretty cool. Like scrapped guest characters would be kind of helpful. Um, let's see. Um, we'll start with uh, Mortal Kombat 9 or the reboot of Mortal Kombat, which has this the PlayStation version. It's got Kratos as the console exclusive character. So that's pretty cool. But at some point during development, or I can't remember if it was this one um, or X. It might have been X, but don't quote me on that. But for one of the two, um, Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal, um, the fat clown with his head on fire, the racing series, was supposed to be one of the characters or was considered for it. I don't know how far into development they got for that, but it would have been cool. I think that's more likely now, just because uh, they recently came out with a Twisted Metal TV show that I haven't seen it, but it sounds cool. But um, but you know, hmm, hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Um, so after him, uh, so he's supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive, whether that's on, uh, I don't know which one that is, but you know, hang on a second, John. I'm trying to fix something. Okay. So someone in the chat said John Wick. I think he could definitely be very good. I feel like he'd be like a mix of like Rambo and Peacemaker, you know. So I haven't seen any of the movies, but I think they're pretty. I've seen a little bit of fights, you know, bit here and there. I think they are definitely very cool. Right now, so I'm waiting to see um, when this is coming on, but hold on a second. No. Okay, here we go. I've got the chat now, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, so where was it? Right. So I'm answering some of these. John Wick, right? So John Wick is definitely a good idea. Um, I think he could have some pretty neat looking suits. Um, and obviously Keanu voicing him would be good. Um, I think there was a statement that came out about him. People asked him, would you want him in the game?" He said no, but of course, you know, Keanu doesn't own the character. You know, and I'm sure if NetherRealm paid them enough money, you know, obviously eventually he would um, do it. I think since John Wick 4 just came out last was it last year? No, it was 2 years ago. But I think they've got that spin-off coming soon, the ballerina or whatever. But he was supposed to be in that. I've heard that he will be in that eventually, so that'll be good. Um, I think I don't know how likely it is. I don't think it's too likely, but we'll see. Um, let's see. Are we watching it now or when it concludes? I'm trying right now to see if I can find where someone is live streaming it, like trying to figure out where they are watching it, if that makes sense. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Well, that's not helpful. That's not good. So it looks like it's gonna be at 6. They are streaming it. That's good, but I assume this is what they're talking about, because I see people in the chat saying like um, MK1, MK1. So um, I think it is gonna be that. Let's see the description. How about that? Uh, let's mute this because we don't want to scare anyone. But so that's certainly interesting, isn't it? Um, right. I see. But well, at least we know. We know now that they are gonna do that, so that's good. Um, oh, they're showing that Batman thing, but we've got a timer going and all. But okay. Well, while I think on this, let's answer some of these other chat messages. Um, we need Dante from DMC or Devil May Cry. I think that is definitely a good idea. I think that Capcom would be willing to let them have that because there was a statement coming out recently that said the guy who makes Street Fighter 6, the director or whatever it is, said that he wanted Sub-Zero in his game. So I think now I don't know if that person is how high ranking he is in Capcom, but I think that if they could get that worked out, say, hey, you put him in here, we let you have Sub-Zero, you put him in here. I think that's possible because Ed Boon, the guy who makes the Mortal Kombat games, have been going for a long time now saying he's trying to get a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat to happen, but obviously because Capcom doesn't want their fighting game Golden Boy Ryu getting torn apart, that's probably not going to happen. But I think Dante is a lot more likely because he fights like demons with swords and all this other stuff. So I think that's pretty likely. But so we'll see. He's kind of like Bayonetta, I guess, but don't quote me on that. So I think that's a very good idea. But yeah, we'll have to see. I think him and then Nemesis from Resident Evil, the big guy with the cannon arm, right? I think from off the top of my head, right, they're the most likely characters from Capcom to be put in there. So I think either of them would be cool. I prefer Nemesis because I prefer big bodies in fighting games. But either would be awesome. But yeah. What's that? Brother just coming to get some shoes. But let's see, we've got DK Summit playing now. That's cool. What are they showing here? Oh no, they moved on. This is Walking Dead. Okay. So my plan was IGN was supposed to be streaming it. Now, whether it seems that's what they're gonna do, but I don't know. It says they're gonna stream it. I don't know if that means. Let's just look at this one for a sec. Oh my gosh. There you go. I can say this now. Making sure this is real. It seems like it is, but there's your characters, folks. We got, um, let's see. Let me see if I can find a better image of what's happening so that I can make sure we are all good here. Um, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna pause this dude. Sorry, Mister. I'll watch his because I like, I watch a lot of his stuff. Okay, so this was a tweet online. I don't have it, but it's not a good picture, but we'll work with it because this guy does great work. But so we got on the far left, we've got Ghostface from um, no, excuse me, Ghostface from the Scream franchise. So that's pretty cool. Um, that's that's interesting. A lot of people were very mixed on him. So for anyone who doesn't know, all these characters were leaked. I was never gonna say it just because I don't want to spoil anything for people, and anything could be true, could be wrong, could be anything really. Um, so chew on that one for a second. Ghostface, that is. Uh, let me see. Here, this is a better picture. Okay, so apparently this is the Chaos Reigns version of Mortal Kombat. So this is the new. Let's pause this. This is the new uh, expansion to the game. So we'll see. I'm going to. Okay, just pay attention over here. Sorry about the stuff on the side, but let's close the chat. Um, we've got Ghostface, like I said. We got a very interesting look for Noob Saibot here. Um, he's got some green on him. That's interesting. He looks pretty normal otherwise, but he's got some green. Uh, so that's interesting for sure. We've got Cyrax and Sector. So those are the normally male ninjas for the cyborg ninjas, anyways. Uh, Obviously, you can tell from their shape that they are women this time, so that's interesting. Um, Talk to me. What? What? Oh, some technical difficulties. No. Here we go. Sorry about that. You guys didn't see a bit of that. I've fixed it now. My bad. So, start from the top here. We've got um, right. So we've got Ghostface from the Scream franchise. We've got Noob Saibot. He's back. Uh, that's pretty cool. He's got a bit of green this time, so we'll see what that's about. Uh, we've got Cyrax and Sector. They are the female ninjas for this time around. Normally they're male, like I said, so that's interesting. We'll see. They have uh, what is it? They've got the cameos right now. They have male versions of those. They've got male models in the game now, like character models, right? So hopefully they can just give us some male costumes on that. And we'll be happy. So we'll see. You know, but excuse me. But their gameplay should be the same at least. So that's a plus. Um, we got Conan the Barbarian. So that's interesting. So as you can see from the model here, it is Arnold Schwarzenegger doing the face model stuff. So uh, we'll see if it's gonna be Arnold voicing it, just because he he didn't do Terminator in Mortal Kombat 11 because I think it was scheduling issues or something, but he did the face stuff like he did this time. And then on the far right here, we've got T1000 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So that's probably the most intriguing one to me. So I think it's pretty cool looking. Um, because you got to mix the Terminator and like a liquid metal kind of character. So that's pretty cool. Um, but we'll see if we can find a trailer now of anything that we can get. Um, let's see. Obviously, this was last year's trailer. Um, okay, nothing yet. So my guess is that we're going to be um, they're they just showed that, and then they're gonna talk about them each individually, probably. So, um, so we'll see. Right. So, looks like they still haven't released much. Um, so yeah, tell me in the chat, what do you guys think about these? You like it? Do you not like it? Now, obviously, um, we're not sure right now, right? Is this going to be all the DLC we get for the rest of the game? Is this going to be like story expansion and then the characters we get with it? Like these three will be part of the story expansion, then these are extras. And then, is this it for the game? Are we going to get more later? I don't know, because this is 6 guest characters for in total with the first 3. So, which is one more already than Mortal Kombat 11, which was 5, which is one more than Mortal Kombat X, which had 4. So, I don't know, because I don't know if this is going to be it. I don't know when it's coming out. We're just going to have to wait and see. Um, but I don't know. I'm happy with this. I mean, I think Conan's going to be very much a big, heavy body bruiser. Probably. I don't know if he'll be bigger or not bigger. I wonder if he'll be like the same size as Shao Kahn, or if he's going to be a little bit smaller. We'll have to see. Um, but I don't know what I want to say about the female Cyrex and Sector. I think they're fine. I think give us one costume of them normal, and you can do whatever you want with them. But Noob Saibot looks very interesting. The black one over there. Um, he's got like some green all over him. He's got very interesting design. So we'll see. Um, he's usually been pretty good in most of his games. So we'll have to see here. And then obviously these two guys are here. Um, that's interesting too. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think really what I want to know now here is this it? Like, are we done with stuff um, for the whole thing? Are we still going? Are we getting? When is this coming out? Um, obviously this is just a random picture still. Um, how much is it gonna cost? Um, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Still, still nothing yet. Um, they're not doing over here. Like, mm, I don't think that's gonna be helpful. Okay, well, uh, thanks for coming, I guess. I mean, I can try to dig up a little more information here if we can, just to see for you guys, is this coming soon? Is this, how much it's going to be? Um, Still no information now. Um, okay. So it says here, uh, oh, sorry about that. Don't want that. So it says here, Ed Boon says new characters, new stages, and more on the way. So I don't know if this is going to be like one big drop and we get everything at once with the story, the stages, costumes, all that stuff. So we're still just kind of holding out for some more information as of now, as much as I can see, because I don't have like Twitter to see this stuff. But let's just go back here. Hmm. But well, I guess there's not much else to do now. I don't. So from what I'm seeing there, right, is they just kind of showed them an image and then they're gonna talk more from there. It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem to me like they had a full cinematic trailer that they're gonna put out in 20 minutes or whatever, or 30 minutes or whatever. It just seems more like they showed them the image and then they're gonna talk more on it. So um, don't really know what else there is to do, unfortunately. Um, so sorry about that, guys. I am gonna hopefully in a few months or whatever the next um, Nintendo Direct is, that'll be a little bit easier to stream because they have a lot better time stuff. It's a lot easier to track when it's gonna start to the minute and stuff. So we should have a lot less issues with that eventually. But um, yeah, I mean, thanks for coming. I guess I don't really know if you guys have any other suggestions that you want to do. I don't really know what else, but otherwise, I guess I'll just see you guys next time. Then, thanks for watching and um, take care. I guess so. Bye.